Oh, hello. It's me. Morning. Good morning. I just woke up. So usual. Start an episode. Now I'm home alone. So I can be loud. That's great. Now, you're asking, what's this episode title? What's this one today? Well, you're gonna know why I made it called Being Alone or something close to that because I usually change it after a while. Being alone is pretty fun sometimes. You get to just sit around, play some games, enjoy some time, watch some movies, just have some fun and just be happy. Then, I've been in relationships before. You be happy with them, you play games with them, you watch movies with them, you do things with people. It's great. But sometimes, most of the time, I'm alone. And be like, that doesn't sound that bad. Being alone sucks sometimes. Can we all admit that being alone just hurts in a long run, just like feels bad? You really go, well, yeah, I get it. I get being alone. I get it. So you become people like me who can talk to themselves and act like they're talking to someone when they're not. Like I do right now. I do this. I could talk to nothing. I could talk to no one. What I really want is what's it called? Just to show you how I look when I talk to nothing. Because I'm using hand gestures. I'm using my body and all that stuff. Being alone sucks because you're always just, I don't know, I feel insane. You ever feel crazy when you're alone? Because to keep yourself sane, you gotta pretend you're with someone. Even if it's with yourself. You're reading a book. You're just in another world now, okay? You're watching a movie. You're watching another world now where other people interacting. You're playing a game. You're in another world. You're playing chess. You can't play chess by yourself. You can't be alone when you do that. Like things you gotta be alone. You gotta be in a different world to pretend you're with someone or like in a different place. Even when we're alone, we're trying to be with someone. It just feels like that. Not all the time. Those like good examples. There's other things that you don't have to, you could be alone and do things you don't have to think about being out there. But no, we're stuck. I'm stuck. I feel as if I'm going crazy, and I'm not saying I am crazy, but I might be crazy. You know, they haven't found me since '71, so it's been good. I that's all I can say. You feel like you're going insane half the time when you're alone. I like being alone. You have times where you feel calm. You're just doing stuff. You're just mellowing by. Then you get to with the people. You get with people, and you're like, all those times you spent alone are now gone. That's fine. But I don't know. Okay, here it is. I don't know if I enjoy being alone or I hate being alone. It's a 50-50. It becomes unbearable sometimes where I'm like, I need to talk to someone. I need to hang out with someone. I need to do things with people. But you can't. You just can't sometimes. And then the days when you're with people and you're always with people, then your social battery goes, meow, 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 meow. Mine stays at the top. It's just fully charged. I like to be around people. I don't really drain out that much. But then one day, all of a sudden, a semi truck going 84 miles per hour on a highway hits my pole. Whoa, pause. And it just drains the battery. It just, everything gone. It doesn't matter. Everything just stops. I want to be alone. And when I'm alone, what do I do? What do I do? Let's just go over what do I do when I'm alone. Let's see. I like to play games. I like to write stories. I practically use my imagination all the time when I'm alone. I just like to just be out there. As you can tell by me right now talking, you know that I'm really energetic. I'm never a dull person. I like to be happy all the time. Am I a happy person? No, I am totally not a happy person all the time. Don't look at me when I'm alone. I'm miserable. But I'm happy when I'm alone. It's a 50-50. I'm quantum physics. My witness brings me to existence. I'm 50-50. It doesn't matter. But I gotta ask you, if you listen to this far, hi. Thanks for staying and listening. I do recommend sharing, but let me just ask you, what do you do when you're alone? What's something that goes on and on and on that you do every single time when you're alone? Write it down in the comments down below. I don't know if you can do that on Spotify. I think it is a thing. But share. And I don't know. I feel like it's just it gets really repetitive. I don't want to repeat, what I'm doing right now, what I'm saying. I don't want to sound repetitive when I'm talking about being alone. That's boring. I don't want to make this boring. So I want to know what doesn't make this boring. Leave a comment down below. And all that YouTube crap and all that social media stuff. Boom. Yeah, that's that stuff. Anyways, being alone, I don't know. I'm losing my mind. I'm just losing it. Being alone, I start to lose my mind. Because you do appreciate the times before when you weren't alone. Like, when I was a kid, being alone was the best. I get to play with my Hot Wheels and Legos and just have a great time. I don't have that stuff anymore. I don't have those non-social media or non-electronic ways to relax as I did as a kid. I don't have toys. I don't have that stuff. But you can. You can have that stuff, like books. Simply just recommending books. You don't have to be online for that. But now it just doesn't feel the exact same. I don't have the calmness of an innocent child mind be like, yep, this is the best thing in my entire life. I love Legos. And you're like, yep, that's the peak. That's the top of the thing. That right there is the most innocent, most best you could be alone ever. And then you grow up and now you have a job and you have to work. Oh, God forbid you have to work. So now you go, oh, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do now when I'm alone? I don't know. I really don't know anymore. It's just getting to the point where you just don't know. I feel like you have that same feeling, everyone, that you just don't want to be alone, but you want to be alone. You want to be left alone, away from bull crap, away from people that are just ruining it. And have you seen this country? This beautiful country, America. It's not that great, A lot of things, it's always problems. Everything becomes problems. So being alone gets you away from these problems. But you can't be alone because these problems will affect you if you are alone. It's just, holy moly, what can we do? And do you know why I say nothing? You could do probably nothing. I mean, absolutely hogwash. I don't get it. Now, I gotta keep on yapping. And I don't want to make this too short, but let me just think. Instead of being alone, let's get to the other side of this topic. Instead of being alone, let's say party, house party. Parties now, as you get older, can be more fun, You get to hang out with some people. I hate parties. I absolutely hate parties. I don't like people. I don't like going to big events with multiple people. Why? Why this is the point? I don't like to socialize with that many people. I like to socialize with one or two. So if I go to a party, I'm just going to hang out with people I like or know. Simple. Or pet the dog, because I love the dog. I like the animals. But parties as a kid, when you're with your family, let's say a Christmas party. Oh my Lord. Christmas parties. I remember, the food. It was mainly the food, because look at me. You haven't seen me, but look at me. I made queso look like a diet. It's just, I love the food. I went to parties for the food as a kid. I went to parties because their kids' room at the other family, it was always a billionaire, apparently, and had all the Lego sets and all the everything. And now, when I was a kid, no one came to our house for any party or any event because our house is a mess. We always have stuff. We always have things being built. We always have stuff everywhere. So no one's allowed to come here. And so we go to other places where they have everything. And I'm like, oh my God, as a kid, this is amazing. But I was still trying to be alone. And you'd be like, why would you want to do that? Well, listen here, Trixie the fiddler. You gotta realize that even as a kid, I was, I don't want to say told to be very grateful what I had, but don't be ungrateful. And so when I saw all these toys, I was like, I want these. Oh, if I play with them, I'm going to feel like these are mine. And I don't know, it was some dumb stuff. So I try to be alone. Even at family events, I did try that because all the kids were like, my mom gave me the bestest Lego set. This is the Ninjago one that I always wanted. I'm like, oh my God, I want that. What? These kids, I just hated how spoiled. I'm not saying all the kids were, but they were mostly spoiled. So even as a kid, I'm like, I don't want to hang out with them. Sometimes I just didn't want it because it just felt like if I want to play with these kids, I would end up like that one single child. And that single child always got a billion Legos, so I didn't care. But now, back to a topic. I'm always getting off topic. I don't really care. Now, growing up in my middle school era, let's say middle school, I was very, very sociable. Like, I went from very sociable to not sociable to very sociable again, which is middle school. Then in, excuse me, and high school, I went down. I went down again, just right to the floor. And then I went back up at the very ends of it because, I don't know why, but in middle school, I liked to be around people. I would say, God, anyone that watches this and knows if my identity gets out, like it will, I know that. All the people in middle school will be like, yeah, I was very social. I was always not, I would say part of friend groups, but I'll just be popping one to one to one. Always mixing it with everyone because I didn't really care. It just, I wanted to be sociable. I want people to like me. Then high school comes around and you're like, I mean, I got my friend group and that's kind of it. Because now in middle school, you mix around in a giant battery cake thingy. And all of a sudden, like, all the bits and pieces were like, you got the chocolate chunks, double chunk cookie. You got the vanilla ice cakes. You already know what your group is. You already found out which bakery you're guys are going to go to. And now you're in high school and you stay there. And sometimes, the teacher will be like, these two pieces of cakes are really not getting along. Let's just put them together. And now you have that, like, mixture cake thing you get at, like, I don't know, Walmart for, like, the cheesecake. We get the multiple slices. And now they mix up. Sometimes they do. But most of the time it didn't. You knew what you wanted. You knew what you had. And now you don't have it. Sometimes. So that's what I'm getting at. All throughout middle school and high school, being alone can sometimes be great and bad. And I'm going to start to end this now because, I like to end my videos at like 10-ish, 12, 15 minutes at most. So, at the end of this, I'll try to do editing. I'm just gonna, like, this is the very end. Don't worry about this part. You can probably click off or see that YouTube video on the side. Or if you're on your phone, drag it up and scroll around. But I don't know how to edit this. Do you guys want just text? You guys want text? Because I was playing what was it called? Tiny Glade. It was amazing. A little fun. You could, if you ever watch this, you see me play Tiny Glade. Get mad at me because I can't line up windows together. But that's the end of this video. Have a great day and gulp. Toodaloo.